Mike Duve, and I'm giving this presentation here for Student Affairs Leadership, requirement assignment number 6, focusing specifically looking at a functional plan, functional unit plan within the higher education setting. I have chosen to specifically focus on the area of recreational sport and looking at the opportunities that exist for students on college campuses to engage in recreational sport and what it can mean to their development as a college student. Looking specifically at a little bit of the history and understanding some of the terminology relative to the 21st century, the word intramural being that primary historical piece that has developed into campus recreation or recreational sport, are the common terms that we see throughout the country. In addition, as we look at how those areas are broken down into different entities within these areas of recreational sport, we look specifically at opportunities in club sport, competitive intramural and extramural sport, informal recreation opportunities, outdoor recreation opportunities, fitness and wellness opportunities, and opportunities in aquatics, being a major part of the programming that exists within the area of recreational sport. As mentioned, the word intramural historically being that primary word and bringing from the Latin root intra, meaning within, and mural with wall, talking specifically how, as you look at, if I need to define intramural, really being about for those within the walls of jurisdiction, those a part of the institution, part of the university community within those walls were eligible to participate within that. And looking historically back in England, primarily focusing on this development of sport clubs, students with these common interests coming together to learn, to develop as athletes, to develop relationships, to learn about each other, focused around the area of sport. In 1904, saw some organization of what we refer to as instructional sport going on at Cornell University, really focusing on the specialization of sport, instruction, and developmental in the areas of obviously physical education. 1913, Ohio State University and the University of Michigan were the first to start intramural departments that were specifically focused on programming for non-student athletes on these campuses. So the opportunity for those that did not participate in varsity athletics to have the opportunity to compete in sport on these campuses. From there, the University of Michigan in 1928 was the first to move forward and put efforts and resources into developing a facility specifically for the use of intramural programming. This obviously was a popular facility with the programming that was going on and the amount of students and the opportunities that exist. And development went from there and was obviously contagious with a lot of institutions across the country. By 1950, 20 years later, with the rapid development across the nation with these facilities, an association was formed, the NIA, by Dr. William Lasan, which today is known as the NERSA Association, the National Intramural Recreational Sports Association. Much like other professional associations, the governing body, the providing of opportunities for scholarly research, and the opportunities for professional development through conferences are a big part of the responsibilities of the NERSA Association. In regards to the general philosophy of recreational sports, as we look at a variety of institutions, and I've highlighted specifically here the University of Akron and Ohio State University in regards to their vision and mission, but essentially much of the same. No one's reinventing the wheel in regards to why we're doing this. We're creating opportunities for students here within the university environment to participate in recreation, leisure, and sport relative to their choice and providing to fulfill their needs. Looking specifically at the differences in institutions and the resources may vary in regards to programs that are offered, but for the most part, you find very common opportunities and a lot of opportunities for those to participate in some type of programming that would meet that personal need, that fitness and wellness need, that competitive need that individuals have here on campus. especially those that have participated in sport for a better part of their lives and now for the first time maybe being removed from competitive sport, not being a collegiate athlete, but yet having that opportunity to be involved in very competitive recreational sport on campus. So really have an opportunity to meet those needs as an individual and a diverse individual and their opportunities. In looking at these two institutions specifically, again, I found much of the same. No one's reinventing the wheel here. They're about learning and developing and helping students succeed through physical activity, leadership opportunities, outdoor opportunities, specifically focused on behaviors in regards to developing aspects of pride and respect and integrity, responsibility, sportsmanship, different areas as we think about the values that sport can teach an individual, can expose to an individual. These definitely are part of the core values as we look specifically at the University of Akron and the Ohio State University in regards to providing these opportunities and physical wellness activities that are part of the development of that community. From the camaraderie of a co-ed softball team to the competitive club sport activities, to the outdoor recreation opportunities, to the opportunities to develop from a fitness exercise perspective, all the different opportunities that exist within these buildings and within these programming areas have a big role, play a big role in, potentially play a big role in the student life piece. As we think specifically at looking at the functions of what goes into recreational sport on a college campus, these areas are primarily the themed areas that are looked at, specifically looking at instructional sport, informal sport, intramural sport, extramural sport, and club sport. Stopping part 1.